Hi, my name is Andre Harrison. I am a father, and I'm a lover of my community, Staten Island, New York. And right now we are, I guess, at a state of unrest because of the choice not to indict the officer who was involved in the death of Eric Garner. Honestly, it's disheartening to me to see that happen because it seems like there will be no accountability in this case. I stayed silent in regards to what was happening in Ferguson, Missouri, except for my opinions on the rioting. But I am going to speak out a little bit about how I feel as in regards to what's happening in Staten Island and what happened with Eric Garner. The video came out, and there are things that could not be denied. And one of those things was the chokehold that was put on Eric Garner. It was tough to watch. And one of the things that really breaks my heart is that I was watching the video, and he was saying that he couldn't breathe. And I literally watched his life be, taken away. Like, I watched this man die on video. And nothing was done to help him, even after he said, "I can't breathe." Even after he lay there lifeless, saying, and nothing was done to help him. The cops that were around didn't try to resuscitate him. The paramedics didn't try to resuscitate him. There was nothing done to try to save this man's life. But no accountability will be made toward what happened. And that's what breaks my heart. It's tough to think about. It's tough to fathom. And as a young African-American male who has three young African-American kids who are, I guess, I would say Hispanic African-American kids, because Hispanic young Hispanic Americans are a part of this also. It does scare me a little bit. It really does scare me. In light of that, I think changes need to be made. And the protests are good, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure that the decision makers are going to move so quickly with just, protesting, because it's been done in the past and we're still having this problem today. What has to be done is an aggressive campaign to bring change. And what I mean by that is looking for more ethnicities involved in the decision-making process at all levels, local, city, state, and federal, to have more African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Mexican Americans, Asian Americans, Native Americans, East Indian Americans, Middle Eastern Americans, making decisions for people in general, because that brings equality, that brings a sense of unity in America. It's tough. It really is tough. And my heart is broken for my borough. It's hard to think about. It really is hard to think about. The protesting is good, but we need to start encouraging these young people to take a stance. And honestly, I really would like to see the church in Staten Island a little bit more involved. I want to see them, sitting down with Miss Debbie Rose and a couple of other people. And I'm talking about not just the African-American churches. I know Victor Brown is involved, and Tony Baker, and Pastor Carolina. Those are prominent African-American pastors in our community. But I really would like to see some of the white pastors involved, and Asian pastors involved, and Indian pastors involved, because this is not just a problem for the African American community. It's a problem for all communities. We are all affected by this. If one people group in our community is considered less than the other, then the whole community hurts. And that's Staten Island. Our community is hurting. We also the video, and if you didn't see the video, you can YouTube it, of Eric Garner's death. And we've become desensitized to death on social media, and I literally watched this man's life taken away from him. His family is now affected. His kids and grandkids now affected during the holiday season. And it just seems like there's a lack of compassion, a lack of remorse. And those that are influential in our community have to speak up. And I'm speaking to community leaders, and I'm also speaking to the pastors out there. Let's stand together. Let's pray for our community. Let's pray for Staten Island. But also let's get things done. Faith without works is dead. So let's not just pray for Staten Island. Let's get on the forefront, and let's start helping change things so that everybody would be seen as an equal. And hopefully things like this in the future won't happen again. That's the only way this is going to change. It's not just by protesting, because if we feel like those the whites that are making decisions don't care about blacks, and if we protest for 2 weeks, these white people who we think don't care about blacks are thinking, well, let them be excited for 2 weeks. It'll blow over. But what won't blow over is an aggressive campaign to see more ethnicities represented in all areas, in the police, in the fire department, in city council, in state senate, in Congress, in the U.S. Senate, all that. I have a lot of friends in corrections. I have a lot of family in corrections also, and one of the things I don't see is a lack of African Americans in New York City corrections. In fact, there's a lot of African Americans hired to go into jails and police the people in jail. But we don't see a lot of African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans out on the beat, policing our own community. So it's like, they're thinking because the jails are predominantly African American and Latino American, and we have no problem hiring blacks and Latinos in corrections, then it's sort of like them policing themselves anyway. It's such a twisted thinking, like we're happy because we have a city job policing people that are already in jail, but not enough African Americans working city jobs that are outside helping create safety in our own communities. Things like that have to change. It's not going to change by rioting. It's not going to change only by protesting. It's going to change when we choose to step up to the plate and be responsible for our own communities, and going out and running for offices, voting the right people in offices, and hopefully we can see change soon. This is my little blurb about what's going on in Staten Island, and I really wish that and hope that you guys all over the world would pray for Staten Island, pray for the people in Ferguson, Missouri, pray for all the victims, because that's exactly what they are, victims who were senselessly taken away by police brutality or police misconduct. And I am going to say this, not all police officers are bad. I know I have a great relationships, and I'm close with many police officers, family with many police officers that do their job and that work their job because they love what they do. They want to keep their community safe and not just create order, but make their community safer. And to you police officers out there, keep doing an amazing stand-up job. Keep doing it. Not all police officers are bad, just like not all police officers are good. But not all police officers are bad. So let's not take our anger out on police officers individually. Let's take it to the system that is broken, that needs change. That's how we will get results. So thankful for organizations like 49 Strong, Just Leadership USA with Glenn Martin, and I do want to thank Sister Debbie Antonano for sending me that inbox today. Pray for Staten Island. All right, let's create change and let change start today. God bless, guys, and have a wonderful day.